5 ways you can get cinematic videos with your DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Most people will just pick up this camera and start shooting with it straight out of the box. But you can get so much more out of it if you use the following tips and tricks. So let's get started. A lot of beginners will use their Osmo just to stabilize their shots. But if you want to add camera moves to your video, then a good place to start is with foreground elements. These are objects you use closer to your camera to add an extra layer to the shot. This can be anything that sits between the camera and whatever you're filming. By blocking parts of the frame, you create something called a parallax effect. Now this makes it a lot more obvious that your camera is actually moving. Even the tiniest camera movement feels a lot more dramatic. It's perfect for revealing parts of the shot gradually, where the subject comes into view. It's a subtle trick, but it's very effective, and I recommend that you try it for yourself. If wherever you're filming doesn't have objects, then you can get your camera closer to the ground for the same effect. Your Pocket 3 has a range of modes which drastically change how the camera moves in different situations. To access your smart gimbal modes, click on the small rotation icon to the left of the screen. From here, you have Face Auto Detect, which will track the face closest to the center of the camera. Dynamic framing, which is the one I would recommend, you can choose which part of the frame the Osmo will track a face simply by using the joystick to choose one of the on-screen squares, allowing you to get a lot more creative with your framing. For instance, having the subject on the left or the right third of the image, following the rule of thirds. There's also a grid you can easily set up to tell where the rule of thirds are. To set this up, swipe down, head to Settings, scroll down to Reference Line, click on it, and then enable Grid. Lastly is the spin shot mode. With this, you can get some super stylized rotation camera angles. You have a choice of 180 or 90 degrees rotation. I imagine this would be great for music videos. To get the best out of the Osmo, you'll want to shoot in D-Log. To enable this, swipe from the right, click on Pro, and then Color until it selects D-Log. This will film in the flattest profile, but will allow you to pull out the most dynamic range and stronger colors in the edit for a more film-like image. When editing or color grading the Osmo Pocket 3, I like to use Adobe Premiere Pro. I use a plugin called Dehancer. Dehancer has the Osmo on its list of cameras and allows you to choose from a range of film stock emulations to easily color grade your videos. You can easily go from this to this in a couple of clicks. Now, Dehancer is not cheap, but you can download a free trial and see how you get on. This video is not sponsored, I just love using it. Something to note when filming with your Osmo is to make sure that your highlights aren't too overexposed. Because when I first started using the Osmo, I'd lose a lot of information in the blown out highlights. Sometimes it's better to check the exposure on your phone using the DJI Mimo app. There is also a variety of gimbal modes to get creative with. If you swipe down and click on the gimbal icon, there will be follow mode, which is the standard for most shots, especially on YouTube. The gimbal will smoothly follow where you turn the camera along the tilt and pan axis. Tilt locked mode is great for simple camera moves like panning and push-ins, as it locks the tilt axis. FPV mode is probably the most creative mode. Wherever you point the camera, the gimbal is there no matter the axis, giving you full control over the angle. If you combine these modes with the right accessories, you can create some really creative videos. Most importantly are your camera's settings. This goes for any camera, not just the Osmo Pocket 3. Swipe up to set your resolution. I leave mine on 4K for everything. I'm based in the UK, so I shoot at 25 frames per second, or if I'm doing slow-mo, then 50. Next, swipe from the right and click on the Pro button. Make sure your exposure is set to manual, and you want your shutter speed to be double what you set your frames per second as. In my case, I chose 25 frames per second, so my shutter speed is set to 1/50th. This will give the image the most natural motion blur. You may notice that your image is now overexposed, which is why you'll now need an ND filter. The ND filter will act as sunglasses for your lens, enabling you to keep your shutter speed where you set it while still being exposed correctly. Also, adding one of these black Pro Mist filters to your lens will bloom your highlights and make your image look more filmic. and stand out from other Pocket 3 owners. So I hope this video gave you some idea on how you can create cinematic videos from this incredible camera. I have a video coming out soon on how you can easily film yourself like I'm doing right now, so keep an eye out for that. But until then, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.